It's now 6:10 p.m. in Abu Dhabi. Today is 10th of February 2024, and our WeAreOne group weekly session number 191. Today we'll discuss a topic: soul's origin, journey, and destination, based on the request by Chaitali. Chaitali requested that we discussed about the soul earlier, but we will go through further. Means every time you listen, maybe something new will click, so you will understand, and then you can move forward. Okay. Some more people are joining. Okay, so this we'll start with. I put some kind of question. By the way, I got another request about to talk about extrasensory perception. I think Indranilda, you asked for it. It's not forgotten. We'll have another session on that. But this week we'll go with this soul's journey and this origin, etc. So that was the question. But we'll have any one of you can request any topic. So we will go through that, and one of the weekly session we'll do that. It can be any topic. Don't think it is a foolish topic that you should not ask. You definitely ask. That it is better to know about something, or you already know about it. You need further clarity on it, and you feel that situation as life has brought some kind of new questions that need to be answered. So feel free to ask any kind of questions. And in fact, it is better if you ask in the group so that I can discuss. I can generate a topic on that, and then we'll go with the detailed discussion. And of course, there'll be question answers, so everybody will get opportunity to ask questions if they have anything in that regard. Okay, so those are most welcome. So I appreciate this request for these topics for discussion. All right. So also origin, I have just formed some few questions. So let us start with that, because it is a vast topic. Yeah? Souls. So, but we have streamlined few of them, and for the interest of the knowledge sharing. So how a soul is created, by whom and why? Okay, so soul is created by the creator. There is only one, the source or universal consciousness, we call it. And as you already know, I mentioned multiple times, and by now I hope you are aware that I don't use this terminology of God in these cases, because God means different to different people, in different religions, and so on and so forth, different cultures. So when we say God, then people think about their preconceived idea about God, and that ruins the purpose of learning. So intentionally, I don't use the terminology God here. So I use something like creator, or the universal consciousness, or the source, or the one, okay, from where everything originated, okay. Anyway, so the creator, or the one, or the universal consciousness have infinite power, infinite knowledge, and infinite capability, infinite will, infinite purity, infinite joy. Everything is infinite. So this infinite, with our limited mind, we cannot fathom how that infinite thing could have been. It's impossible even to think about this, unimaginable. So let us not churn with these words. So everything is infinite, everything is pure, everything is joyful. That is the universal consciousness, the one. It knows everything. There cannot be any knowledge which is unknown to the creator. Just for because people they may think, oh, he's talking about how to create a universe, how to create a planet, how to create a man, and no, including everything. If you are riding a cycle and the cycle tire got punctured, how it feels like, it knows that. Okay, you just a mosquito has put on your hand, just, and it just started sucking your blood or something, or just pierced you just killed it by a slap. How it feels like before and after, it knows that. Okay, how it feels to scratching your head, it knows that. How it feels to, like some other so-called our major events in our lives, how to get a new job, how to appear and pass an exam, or how something fallen sick and you are just trying to get some medical help, and there are running posts and pillars among different clinics and hospitals and the doctors, how it feels like. How it feels like to earn a big amount of money in a lottery, it knows. At the same time, how it feels like lost a lot of money by a cheat or a thug, it knows that. Okay, everything. How to feel like getting married, it knows. How to feel like getting children, children is born, how it feels like. How to feels like raising a children of different age group of children. How getting divorced, how getting dumped, everything it knows. I just given few examples to make you understand that there cannot be any knowledge which is unknown to the creator. So even if it's a so-called tiny things to big things, tiny things means you may like, one particular bhelpuri wala, the taste of bhelpuri you like, it knows how it feels like. Okay, so just to give you some kind of example, the spread of it. So when we say it knows everything, we feel, we experience, we undergo everything. Any interaction, anything, it knows everything. Okay, so it's infinite. Infinite means truly infinite. There is no end to it. Okay, that kind of knowledge it is having. Whatever we study in the book, in the internet, on this thing, even future, whatever we are going to know, it knows everything. Okay, so, and then infinite joy, absolute purity, pure joy, and it is overwhelmed in the avalanche of love and joy that is its being. And it is with this knowledge and this omnipowerful and full of light. Yeah? Anyway, those are few words trying to go somewhere near, like you are going basically trying to explain the sunlight with showing one candle. It is much, few million times bigger than this kind of light. That's what you are explaining the sun. Similarly, this is the kind of analogy we are giving here. Anyway, it cannot be explained. Unimaginable vastness and the power it has. Okay. Anyway, so, but the issue was it knows everything and it has all the power. Then naturally, it has a willpower. Just by will, it can create anything. So just by, in our common understanding, just say by thinking it can create something. Even though it was not thinking, it is something much higher than that, but by intention. But anyway, said that by think it is done. It is that much amount of energy is put and it has been done. Yeah? Same thing of that nature. So what happened was that it knows everything. Only thing the missing was, suppose it knows how to, like getting married. Okay, so how to get married? So it knows everything. But then marriage means there will be some partners, no? Supposedly one male, one female, they have to marry and things like that. Then only they will have those kind of feelings. Yeah. So that means it is not possible to know is okay, but not possible to experience it, to having a children and raise the children and having this family. how those things can be experienced, it was missing the experience part of it, not the knowledge part of it. Okay, it knows everything. So that means to have that kind of interrelation and the complexity, in our terms complexity, that it is just another type of relation. Like any kind of complex relationships, etc., you need different characters, no? Like in a movie, you need different types of characters so that you can tell a story. And the different, type characters will play different roles, and how the movie will make happen. If you just that one person and keep on talking, that will not be a movie, right? So that will not be much good storytelling. Okay, so it wishes to experience all the knowledge it have, which is infinite, to experientially understand that. Like knowledge, so-called theoretical knowledge, it knows, but it wants to experience that same knowledge. To do that, it has to create, what it did was, it create its own parts of himself. Himself or herself doesn't matter. There's no gender there. It is just itself, anything you just apply. So it created infinite parts of itself. And truth is, it keep on creating. It is infinite times that is going on. It parts of itself, a small part, and it has given a plan so that it can have different types of experiences. And now, as that originally it was the one, the universal consciousness, it doesn't have anywhere to go. But now the parts of itself, yes, it can be given path to go forward and then have different types of experiences. And there are so many of them. So it needs to create a background so that those are played out. Just to create that background, the physical universe was created. Universe was created. It is a background of all those entities. You can say those are called soul consciousness. Soul consciousness has to put some kind of level or tag number or, whatever, model number, whatever you call it. It is an identity, but original source doesn't have any identity. It's the only one. But the individual soul, they have identity. They have given a path to experience different things. And all those independent souls has almost infinite type of experience they themselves like to have. Means created infinite times, and within that framework also, as much as possible, experience is like together. To do that, that physical universe, of course, is created, and at the same time, time and space has been created. Earlier, it was just a consciousness. Now, space and time is created so that there is a sequence of events, and there is a background. Like a movie, you have something called starting of the movie, in the middle, and all. There is a time gap, no? Then interval comes and so on. And there is a background on the screen where the movie is played out. So same thing. So the screen is equivalent to space, what has been created, and the sequence is the time, so that you have a difference between earlier, later, aging, or somebody is growing, and all those kind of experience can happen over the period of time. That's how those backgrounds are created. Anyway, so fundamentally, why the souls are created? Because the creator wants to experience itself in infinite ways, experience itself, knowledge, everything it has already. So that's why all those things are created, and it's as many things as possible. Each one will experience, and ultimately, what is the end? What is the destination? There is only one destination to go, that is come back and merge with the creator. That's it. So it is created, the part of the original consciousness, universal consciousness. So it goes into the different lifetimes, different forms, different planes, different dimensions, etc. And then end of it, it comes back to the creator, and it marches with that one. So that is the soul's journey. That is the soul's path. So initially, whenever a soul is created, it has been given some kind of plan. Yeah, means what are the intention, what are the type of experience it will have, individual souls. So, and accordingly, they go into the different planes, different things, and they go through, and they ultimately, come back to that one. So that's how it is started, that whole process. And there is no dearth of time and space here. It created, just as I said, by willpower, everything is created. The millions of time creation is not a big deal. Just to create a huge amount of space is not a big deal. It can be created just by will of the creator. So it's not a big deal. It's all created and it's manifested. It's rather. Okay. So now so that is how soul is created, and whom and why. So those are answered. Answered specifically how a soul is created. So I told that creator has put parts of itself. By whom? By the creator. And why? Because it wants to experience itself in infinite ways. That is why. Okay, next point. Our soul's journey on planet Earth. Okay, now when a soul enters the Earth plane, this is one of the many planes we have in the universe. Okay, Earth plane, any soul enters here to have the multiple types, because when it enters, it is called incarnation. Like there is a time limit. It cannot have unlimited time. It can stay here. So like any movie, a character has a particular role to play. After the role, it goes off from the scene, something like that. So here everything, it starts. So in the planet Earth, all the souls, mostly, I'm talking in general, there are exceptions, but in general, it starts with a mineral kingdom. So it enters as a mineral. It can be stone, it can be metal, or anything of that sort. From the mineral metal kingdom, it enters maybe few million years as a mineral and metal, and then it enters into the plant kingdom. Like first is maybe small one-cell plant, and then like a phytoplankton and thing like that, and then it goes into the big trees and other things, different types of things. And then it entered into animal kingdom. So it started with small one cell, say amoeba or something, and then it goes into the multiple cells, and then mammals. So, and then in the mammals also, they go into the higher level of the animals, like higher means like what the spinal cord, the vertebra is horizontal. From there, they goes to the vertical, like the monkeys and orangutan, and their spinal cord is vertical, who can walk, straight on 2 feet, and these kind of animals. From there, the human has started. So human is the highest form of evolution on planet Earth. Okay. So, and so all of us, we started with mineral kingdom. So I'm not talking Darwin's theory. Darwin doesn't have the mineral. I'm talking soul's journey. I'm not talking theory of evolution. I'm talking that a soul's progression in the earth plane. That is, there is a difference. So, because same soul can have different experience. Some of the animals, etc., might have been extinct, like dinosaurs, etc. They might have extinct long time back. Maybe we experience that kind of life also on planet Earth. Yeah? But nowadays we don't need. It's okay. So they're like that, and parallelly many things can exist simultaneously, like the trees and animals and the minerals and the human being, all can be parallel. They can go on. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. All right. Then from human, it goes into like it undergoes the physical existence of human. Okay, so all the souls plan as a human. All of us nowadays, as of today's age, all of us, we are in the human being, are almost cross 700 plus human lifetimes already. Yeah, human, before that animal, etc. So now what happens is, after you have so many of human lifetimes, then slowly, your original plan of human, that goes away. Like whatever you come here to experience, that exhausted. You wanted to born as a different, like a time period in the history. You wanted to do different cultures and different countries and male or female or in the different caste and different, or in the same family, maybe different, the youngest, the only one, or the elder one, or the middle of many, or something. You choose whatever the kind of siblings in different lifetimes. You choose different skill sets, different kind of attainments. One, lifetime may choose to be a sports person, another may be a actor, or another time may be a scientist, another time may be a doctor, or another time it may be a farmer, anything. There's multiple things, profession and multiple things choose. You choose different types of intelligence level, or different types of skill level, or even absence of that. Someone may choose to just born like a fool and stupid, and they get the experience of being a stupid in this world. Everybody is cheating and harming or insulting, that kind of life. This is just another set of experience one may choose to have. That's it. Okay. Anyway, so what happens is there is let me see if there is any one major point I missed. The individual souls and souls plan and incarnations. Okay. So our souls plan the planet Earth, I just explained, and the individual soul plan and incarnation, what happens is we all come with our original soul's plan, where we different, as I mentioned, we can choose different type of life in the different parts of the world, different parts in the history, or something to witness a certain kind of major event. Some people may choose when the first, at the time of Mahabharata, the war, and they're born to experience that kind of thing. And another time, some may be born at the time of the invention of railway, or some people may choose that to choose to experience how you developed a wheel, different time frame of in the history of humankind, and then they choose to just experience that and kind of thing. Anyway, now to have the different types of experiences, you need different lifetimes. Yeah, so that's why those are called incarnations. So we choose soul level, we choose one particular life, and that has been played out. Life is over, go to the next one, have the next set of things, and so on. So out of, I'm just giving a rough thing. Now, out of all whatever things we plan, maybe even 50 or 100 lifetimes, all plan must be over. Because one life is also not a 1 second, no? It's not a 1 minute life. We have a huge lifespan. So in one lifespan also, you have a multiple types of experiences. Something in the childhood, something in teenage, something when you're young, in the middle age, and all those kind of things you can have. Of course, you cannot change how you're born, but different types of experiences, different type of relationships, different type of, other interactions you can have in a one lifetime. So by 100 lifetimes, I think it is almost our original plan is over. Now the question is that if everything is as per plan is over by 100 lifetimes, so what we are doing of 600 more lifetimes, all of us, why it reached to 700? Yeah? So answer to that question is, when we have taken birth, when we incarnate on this planet Earth, we have something called free will agreement. Free will means once we are born, then we will not know what is the purpose we came. Also, we cannot be dictated what we are supposed to do, because it will ruin our experience. We should not have a fixed kind of outcome. That's why the free will has been given, so that we can do by trial and error, we can find out the way, and then we experience ourselves. And that is also part of the experience we get on the planet Earth. In fact, planet Earth is one of the, you can say, very good place to have many experiences in a very short period of time. Yeah? So many kinds of experiences are possible here because of the so-called complexities of that nature of this. and to overcome the obstacles, so many negativities, so many things, and to overcome that one. Anyway, so what happens is that as we have a free will, so not only the one we have a plan for, plan will bring the situations in front of us. Like if you have to marry someone and it is already in the plan, then that person will appear in front of me, somehow, at the time that the marriage age, somebody will appear. But as we have a free will, we have a choose to accept or reject. Okay, so marriage may or may not take place, but they will appear by as per the soul's plan. Anyway, out of that also we have our own desires, our own wish, because when we incarnate, we have been given a local operating system to run our lives, which is called ego. Ego, we need it to operate in the external world, but ego then controls our free will, and then we put all our ego's agenda into the free will. And then, because ego can control our thoughts and thoughts control our action, and so we may do many things what it is not in the plan. Out of free will, out of our ego, it is possible to do many things of that. If it does not follow the soul's plan, and if that kind of decision, what ego took, or some action we took, which imbalances the equilibrium of the energy system, then we create something called karma. Okay, karma is imbalance of the energy created by our free will. Because we are free to choose anything. Suppose I feel like taking a patthar and throw it somebody's head and get hurt hard and bleeding. Okay, my free will, I can do that. But in the process, I harmed that person. The person got hurt. That person have a feeling of pain. So that disturbs the energy balance. So I need to feel the equal and opposite things to neutralize the energy balance. Law of karma I have already explained many times. I'm not going to detail. But the thing is, just to make a point here, so if I have done something which imbalances that is called karma, we developed called karmic account opened, I need to settle with the same person again to set it up. If the same person I don't meet in my lifetime anymore, then it will transfer to the next life. So, and so on. So in a process, what usually happens is, we did so many things which is not settled in this lifetime. Those set of things, karmic accounts passed on to the next life or the next or so on. Then our soul intervenes and plan our next life so that those karmas can be settled as quickly as possible, because otherwise you will not be free. Karma has been created in the planet Earth. In the soul level, there is no karma. So you have to settle in here itself. Soul cannot be liberated. It cannot go back to the source with this kind of unfinished karma and imbalanced karma in its kitty. It is not created It's created by the lower self or the ego. So ego has to face it and settle it. Basically what I'm saying is, at soul level, it cannot solve all those things. Only thing it can do is it can give an opportunity, another lifetime to settle all those things. But what happens is, we come here to settle the certain types of karma and build many more new karma. And that's why I have to come again and again and again. And that is the reason it is from 100 lifetimes, it goes into 200, 300, 500, and 700, which we are currently on. Okay, lifetime because of unfinished karma that keep on transferring to the next life or created. Those old karmas are over, new karma you built, and then you have to settle it, and things like go on and on and on. And this is in spiritual terminology, this is called punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Like we fall into the cycles, the closed cycle or the loop. We keep on coming and going, just finish some old karma, build some new karma and go. And lifetime is over. And again come and again do the same repeating. it is something like going in the circles. Like you see the Bulchakkar or island or, roundabout in the roads. So somebody is just going round and round and round, not going anywhere, not this way, not that way, not exiting the roundabout. So our life is almost like that. Yeah. So what happens is, okay, let me go to the next thing. So this is our karmic accounts. So do our, okay, then it little different with soul lives inside our body or not. Okay, before I go to that. So there we need to, when the soul already have enough of incarnation, like 500 plus or something, it try to hint you, give you some intuitive voice, an internal feeling comes, how long you'll be keep on doing. My child, how long you will be keep on doing and creating the karma, and that is the time some inner voice comes and find out is enough of this life. Ultimately we started life with a big hope and having some fun and joy and happiness, but we landed up into the suffering and all those kind of things and negative consequences, negative experiences of lives and things like that. So when enough of suffering is there, we start searching for that answer, how to get out of it, this cycle, who am I, what I am doing here? When that question appears inside you, in some voice inside you calls you that, then you look for the answer, look for the like a freedom from all these things, this kind of grinding of life or whatever you say. And then you come to a category called seeker. You become a seeker. And it is said almost 50 lifetimes it goes for seeking this answer. From the experience, it can happen maybe later part of the things. Even at the time of death, people say, what I have done in my life. They start seeking. Next life, again, start job. Maybe later part of that life, some question comes and try to explore something. Then try to get help from the religion, establish religion, and so on and so forth. But anyway, this question goes on and on and on. So when that particular person is ready, means ready to go for the next one. Like from human normal lifetime, you become the human being, like doing to being. I call it. It is from doing, like a three-dimensional activities, to being, to understand that what is the purpose of life and what we all do here and all those kind of things. The many questions to answer all those things. Then it get walk on the certain journey, and that is the journey towards your higher self, who knows everything, who is connected to the universal consciousness. And that process is called the spirituality. Just going from the lower self, ego-based life to the awareness of the soul consciousness-oriented life. That is the spirituality. And then further on, the liberation that goes out, further journey starts from there. So I will come back to that one. Okay, now so it is individual soul consciousness. So now let us go back to our topic. So do our soul lives inside our body? I get many questions. I'm sure many of you have already asked the question that my soul is, somebody is dying, soul is leaving the body, and exactly, people ask me exactly where is the body, where is the soul, it is in our mind or in the heart and things like that, all these questions. Yeah. Just listen this part very carefully, because this is a very common question. So where exactly our soul lives in our body? Answer to that is soul never reside inside the body. Okay. Soul is independent of the body. Means whether your body is there or not there, soul exists. Okay. If it is inside the body, so then at the time that when the body goes, soul has to go. It is finished, but that is not the case. Soul is just like an energy, you can say, for understanding purposes. I am saying when that energy, the pranic energy, that the consciousness, when it flows through the body, then body is alive. When it stops passing through your body, the body become a dead body. It is just like a electric bulb. Electric bulb, there is no physical movement, something called somebody is entering into bulb and going outside the bulb. It is only the flowing. When you switch on, the energy, electrical energy passes through the bulb and bulb glows. When you switch off, the energy stops flowing to the bulb diminishes, it just switched off and it cannot give any longer light. Same here. So when the consciousness is connected to our physical body, then our body is alive. When the connection is lost, then body becomes a dead body. Okay, so it does not reside inside our body. So when people say the soul has left the body, means the connection is switched off. Like the electrical connection is switched off, that's why the body become a dead body. Why the soul, the connection is switched off? That can be multiple reasons. One is normal death, like aging. One point of time, soul decided is enough of this lifetime. Now it is time to disconnect with this body. So then one particular moment, it can choose many ways to leave the body. So it leaves the body. It can be disease or no, heart fail or anything, or just without any reason. It's just going to sleep and never wake up, something of that nature. But it is possible that soul has decided to leave the body. Or it can have some kind of thing like a extreme disease and something, cancer or something, that your body can no longer sustain this consciousness. So the soul has to leave the body behind, and then it can choose another incarnation, fresh body to start the life again and getting all this karma settled or whatever it is. So, but this body is no longer, because it's too much what we call rotten or, deteriorated, it can no longer livable. Or maybe accidentally the body is damaged. It can be something, maybe somebody met with a car accident, or somebody got murdered, or suicide, or whatever it is. The body is no longer livable. Then you damaged the housing part of it. So even if the soul decides it's no longer, we cannot use this body, so then also the connection is switched off. Body become a dead body. Okay, but soul does not reside inside the body. It is just the connection. The consciousness flows through the body. And if you ask exactly how this connection is made, then if you like the spirit, the practical thing, then it is connected to pran vayu, like we breathe all the time. That is the symbolism of the life. Yeah. So through pran vayu is connected. The energy, the prana is connected. Prana is energy. It's connected through pran vayu, which is we inhale, exhale. That is the thing we get connected with the body. So when a person dies, first thing it goes is your breathing. Yeah, you stop breathing. Rest of the things may be still there. Some of the things may be there, but physical body also takes a lot of time to deteriorate. But when the breathing stops, then you're no longer alive. So that is a symbol, signature connection that can be checked, that whether it is there or not there. Anyway, so this is about so soul does not, the inside our body, it is the connection. The next question is, where the soul belong before birth, when alive, and after death. Okay. Right. In this, to explain this, I need to go on to the next point, which is understanding hierarchy 7-body system. So we had explained earlier about we are not only physical body, we have total 7-body system. And Vedic, they call Panchkosha, like physical body, Annamaya Kosha, then Pranamaya Kosha, Manamaya Kosha, Vijnanmaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. 5, and I explained there are 7-body systems, and soul belongs to 3rd to 6th body. This whole package in the 7-body system, there is no particular body called soul, because I explained, I think, few sessions earlier, that soul means, that is, I'm sharing my understanding of the soul. Okay. I'm not claiming this is the only explanation. I'm not claiming this is the best explanation or this is the absolute truth. I'm not claiming that. I'm just giving you this for your understanding of a soul. Yeah. Out of 7-body system, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, this package of these 4 bodies are in the package is called soul. Why first and second is not the part of the soul? Because as per our perspective, from the lower side, soul is immortal. Soul cannot die. At the time of death, our physical body goes first. It goes into Panch Mahabhuta, goes into 5 elements. And then the next body is a pranamaya kosha or energy body. It stays there for some time, like 11 to 30 days or so. And then it marches into the energy pool on the earth. So that also disappears. So Annamaya kosha and Pranamaya kosha, they dissolves at or after time of death, after the death of the body. The third to sixth remain. And when a body incarnates, again a new birth is taken, then it forms the lower two and take birth. Okay, another birth. So new physical body is formed, all your brain and all kidney, etc. come into the new body, again, new one. But those bodies remain the same, higher bodies. Okay, the question is why the seventh body is not part of the soul? Because seventh body is the merger with the universal consciousness. Like at the time of, when the merger happens, like I will explain a little bit later. This is one more point is there. So then its soul loses its identity. When it goes into the seventh body, soul loses its identity. So soul does not exist there in the seventh body. Seventh body is completely merged with the universal consciousness. So like a river is going into a sea. So it becomes a sea. So the river doesn't exist anymore. The identity is lost. All the water is there. All the experiences are there, but the identity is lost. That's why seventh body is also not part of the soul because it is a merger. It is a merger. They lost its identity. Soul has a unique characteristic having being ident. There is a unique identity. Okay, all of our soul has a unique identity or name or a number. Okay, or a level. So that's how it has been identified. At the seventh body, the identification goes off. It marches. So that's why it is not part of the soul either. Okay, the next question. Now come back to this question about where the soul before birth, when alive and after birth. This exists in the third and higher bodies, they exist. So as I just mentioned, the before birth or in between two births, it belongs to the third and onwards bodies. And only the new birth, it enters into the next body. And enters means, again, don't confuse that something is going inside the body. I'm saying the connection is established. And then like a switch off bulb started glowing again. Like one bulb is fused, you throw off the bulb, a new bulb put it into the place, like a different model. One was maybe from Philips and another was from maybe Osram or some bulb. You put it there and switch on the Osram bulb lights again, where earlier it was a Philips bulb. So that's how the second incarnation comes, second, third, and so on, like this. Again, the same connection, same cabling, same thing, start giving the power to the bulb and it glows. That's how our next body is formed, next incarnation is formed. So in between of two lifetimes, it becomes there in the form. And in between, don't think it is immediate. Sometimes it can be few seconds between the transfer. Sometimes it will hundreds of years before the next life is taken by the same soul. It is possible. It is soul's choice. When it goes back, when body is discarded or died, then soul has a free will to choose when to enter the dark plane again and which form and where. And there can be in the higher that dimension, there is no time. So from our time, there is no compulsion. Immediately it has to take birth. No need. Soul can choose that. Okay. Just I'm giving for understanding purposes. So in between, soul lives in the hair. So after death also it lives in the hair. During the life, it gets connected to the lower two bodies. So we have a full package of seven body system when a person is alive. And also I mentioned earlier also, I think the previous session had the dreaming and all these things. When your physical body go into deep sleep every night or every time you go into sleep and go into deep sleep, your soul means third to sixth body, leaves the lower two bodies there and goes and travels there, and it meets with its friend at the soul level and comes back. Okay, it's all quite possible through astral travel. It can go to anywhere and it can come back again, get any kind of knowledge and all those things. So there also, again, the soul goes, even the live body leaving behind, it can go. It has no compulsion. It has to wait till death. Okay, it can go when the body is asleep. In the normal time also it will go, even awake state, but that is a different issue. But it can get connection even in the awake state as well. But during the deep sleep, it need not to bother about this body. Body remains there and it can go and do some travel and meet and comes back. Yeah. So in that sense, our soul connection never lost. And that connection is also possible even somebody is died. Suppose say our near and dear one is died, that means the lower two bodies gone, but higher bodies are there, third body, fourth body, and so on. They are available. So during deep sleep, we go and meet them and come back. All of us. I'm not talking only the spiritual masters. Yes, only difference is spiritual masters can do in the meditative state. In awake state with full awareness, they can go. They need, because other normal people, they forget, because the brain memory doesn't go travel with them, so they forget. They may meet, even somebody is expired, there's no issues. They meet every day, every night, talk to them, maybe have a cup of tea and come back. I'm just saying, well, tea equivalent should be there, something. So it's all possible, not possible, it happens. Yeah? Only thing we don't know. So then we cry that we miss somebody and our love near and dear one. Every night we meet them, Of course, both parties have to agree to meet. That's a different issue, but otherwise it's possible. Every night we meet, okay? All right. So then it is after death, okay, soul graduate from life and death, okay. So I think we have only 2 minutes or something left. I will go a little quickly, or I will continue in the next half of this session. When a soul graduate from life and death and human, so earlier I was mentioning about that some inner call comes that how long we'll be doing all those kind of things. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Marana, going into the cycles of life, no matter how good it looks like, how better you think the life is, maybe still you are in the cage. Maybe the cage is made of gold, but it was still in the cage, yeah? So, means I'm saying that it is not only the wish of poor people or suffering people, even the people onto the maybe having a lot of riches and a lot of wealth or having very good life, they also ask the same question, how long it is, what's the purpose of all those things? Because at the time of death, everything has to be taken away. No matter how much you accumulated and what are the designation, what are the property you have, it doesn't matter. Somebody else will enjoy that. Okay. Anyway, so when you are ready, then from higher dimension, so we call Guru Mandala, they send you a representative who will then guide you how to come out of this daldal. Daldal, that marshy land or something or maybe quicksand where you put your leg in. So how to come out if this, this life where you get chances to get stuck, to pull you out of that, show you the way. And there is a process involved, and those are spiritual learning. So when you follow the path, the seekers, they overcome that one, and the graduation means the enlightenment. At the time of enlightenment, all this, there is a process called sadhana. All this, your karmic burden, remaining karmic burden taken away by the divine. It's called Guru Kripa. And then you get liberated, like freedom. And that's how, once you get that is the enlightenment process. Once you get that, no need to come back to planet Earth. No further life needed. So that is the way we complete that. But however, that is the incarnations on planet Earth. Soul's journey is not stopped there. Okay. What happens is soul's journey, it goes into going higher into the bodies, like no need to lower two bodies to form again. So go to the third one, then with the enough of your spiritual experiences and all, third one merges into fourth and above, then slowly fourth merges into the fifth and above, and then fifth merges sixth and above, and then sixth and seventh remaining, sixth then finally merges into seventh, and that process they will never come back, irreversible. That is called moksha. I will continue with this in the next link, and so its time is, I think, over for this link. I will post another link. So I request all of you to join into this link will be over very soon. So please join it at that in the next link. All right. Okay, I think let us start our second half. We'll continue our discussion. Okay, only one point is left about I explained about the seven body system. When after our journey on planet Earth is over, then we belong only in the soul state, and the soul had its own journey. What was the journey look like? From third body, then it merges to the next higher one, four and above, then four when merges into fifth and above, and so on. So understanding wise, so you can understand it this way. Earlier, I think I explained it. I think Roy has asked this question, and I explained it earlier, maybe a few months back, that what happens is all higher bodies contain all lower bodies. Okay, how it is possible that you contain many bodies together? Just to understand that, why I gave one example, and that example is, it can be, you can think that way, then you understand how it works. Yeah. Suppose when So suppose your home is a physical body. Yeah. So physical body is the first body. Then suppose the particular your suppose you are living in an apartment. No, so the apartment is a some particular apartment you call your home. That is your physical body. The apartment belong to a building. Suppose it is a 12-story building. So that is it mention some tower or something, some name or some society or whatever. So that is your, say, the second body. Yeah, that belongs to a city. Suppose that it belongs to, say, city of Delhi. So that is Delhi is your third body. Delhi belongs to, say, India. India is your say fourth body, and so that India is part of the world or the planet Earth. So that becomes your fifth body, and then if the Earth belongs to the solar system, so that is your sixth body, and the solar system belongs to the universe. So universe become your seventh body. So now what happens is it is quite possible that at the time, suppose you have that particular, so in that's okay, let me put it in this way. So your, say, apartment, okay, say your apartment is, say 305 is your apartment number. Okay, so your apartment 305 belong to the tower. Okay, say the name is a Sky Tower. Okay, so apartment 305, that is you are owner of that. So then in Sky Tower contains 305. So if you are saying that you belong to apartment number 305, yes, you belong to Sky Tower, yes. Yeah, both are yes, because Sky Tower contains the apartment number 305. Then this apartment, Sky Tower, it is contained by the city of Delhi. So you are belong to, say, New Delhi. So answer is yes, you belong to New Delhi. So New Delhi contains both Sky Tower and apartment number 305. Then the planet Earth, whether the Earth contains Delhi, the Delhi contains by India, the country. So India contains Delhi, Delhi contains Sky Tower, and Sky Tower contains apartment number 305. So India contains all of them. So if you ask, are you belong to India? Answer is yes. You are belong to India, and India contains all the lower ones, like India contains Delhi, India contains Sky Tower, India contains apartment number 305. All belong to India. Okay. Now then, the Earth, India belongs to Earth. So Earth contains India and Delhi, then Sky Tower, then apartment number 305. Okay. Then after that, it goes into it part of the solar system, so which is, I said, equivalent to sixth body. So then the solar system contains Earth, Earth contains India, India contains Delhi, Delhi contains the Sky Tower contains apartment number 305. And like finally, the universe contains everything. India contains the solar system, contains the Earth, contains Delhi, India contains Delhi, and contains Sky Tower, and contains 305. So all higher bodies contain the all lower bodies. So your progression will be, you expand this part, you just listen carefully, go into the higher level of the bodies, needs higher level of consciousness. Okay, or to be precise, higher level of awareness of the consciousness. Your experience expands. So it needs, if you understand the space-wise, you need a more space to accommodate your consciousness. Whatever is possible into that, you can no longer, if you go to the higher level, your physical body can be contained in a apartment number 305. But when you go to the consciousness level, your soul consciousness cannot be contained into that apartment. It is much beyond that. So the higher level of soul you progress, the higher bodies you go, that much expand. I'm just for an understanding purpose. It expanded in that. When you go to the level of the 7-body system, that is the experience of oneness, then you yourself will feel that whole universe is within you. And to contain that kind of thing is means only the universal consciousness can contain that kind of thing. Individual soul consciousness cannot contain that kind of experiences. Okay, so that is your ultimate goal. Like from the lower body merges into the higher one, means higher body can stay without, the lower bodies. For example, here, suppose if it is possible, the same building, they decided they are reconstructing it. So flat number 305, they don't exist anymore. They have changed it, some kind of building plan, and it becomes, the different types of flat system and things came and they converted into, say, office building. So that flat doesn't exist anymore. They break away the walls and that floor becomes a big office. It's possible, right? But Sky Tower remain there, but not that your particular apartment may go. There it is also possible that they will demolish the whole building. So the lower 2 body goes, but Delhi still remain. It is also possible, go to the higher level, that many countries merge together. They decided, maybe one time humanity decided there's no further country business, so no borders. Okay, so that become the exist of India will go and whole earth will still exist. Yeah, and even some, the existence of the earth came from the sun at one point of time. Maybe earth itself will disappear. Yeah. Who knows? But solar system can stay. And same as that, if even the solar system as a star, it can go and form a black hole sometime, and then whole solar system will go, but the universe still exists. Like that. So more higher consciousness you go, the lower body's need will be no longer required. You're going into the higher and higher, and it will expand, and that you need that kind of space, so-called, to accommodate that, but you belong to that kind of thing. See, it is interesting. I was listening to some master, and he was explaining very well. He's saying that even during meditation, we can experience all phases. We can experience through our 3rd body, 4th body, 5th body, and so on. Even the oneness is felt by the 6th body. So the experience was like that. They say that I feel expanded. Very common. If you listen to one masters, they explain their experiences of the oneness. They definitely say that we feel expanded everywhere in the universe. The universe is running inside me. I feel that. That means to universe to run inside you, you need that kind of volume. No? I'm talking logically. If you think that is only possible, then you becomes a universal consciousness to contain the universe within you. Yeah. But my interesting point they say is, I liked one thing. It says it is like you are pumping a balloon with the air. Balloon was small, and then it is more air, means more expanding of consciousness you go, it becomes fully inflated balloon. Okay. But after the meditation, when you come down and go back to your physical body, it looks like you just release the air of the balloon, and balloon get diminished and come to the small back form again, and that's how you enter into physical body. This analogy, I liked it. It matches with the same experience we have. Yeah? Many times you might have heard saying that, I was there and I have to come back. I have to constrain myself. I have to minimize myself to come to this 3-dimensional world in my physical body. What does that mean? means that the vastness, the experiences, and all those things, you need to retrace back, like losing the balloon. Air is losing from a balloon and come back to its original small form. That's how it feels like. Anyway, so final question is, when you experience all those things, so at the soul level, you experience all these things, the final merger. Why final? Because no coming back. What I'm speaking here, losing air and all, means you touched upon that and coming down. Means you experienced and then come down. Come back to your physical body and whatever lower bodies and all those kind of things. But when the final journey will be there, no need to come back. You go there, you experience, and then you permanently merge with the universal consciousness. That is the end of soul's journey. That is a final destination. There cannot be any other alternative, any other destination. That is the only way. If somebody says, no, there may be this way, that way, those are only detour. Okay? Yeah, there may be, you try to experience one more cycle of life. It's possible. You only delay the final destination. That's all. So this is not a different way. It is only going into another cycle or another loop, only delay the reaching to the final destination. That's it. Okay. So that is the final destination. And that when it is irreversible process happens, that is called moksha. Enlightenment only in the physical body you can have when you just come to a sense that you get the connection, you have all the knowledge, full connection with your soul consciousness, no need to come back again. But you are still in the physical body. But moksha happens when the physical body has gone long time back. Okay, you just expanded your awareness and experience and purity. Yeah, more and more purer you become. Just I give you one tips how to go to that level. The key is love and light. Those are the primordial vibrations, primordial energy. So we have to learn that how love and light works, and that's how we get expanded. Like you can say that it's expansion of light with the ingredient of love. More and more we go into the experience of love, pure love, not the whatever, third dimensional love we normally talk. I explained it many times. Purer your love goes, higher your light of awareness goes, you are going higher into those things. When you go into the final sixth body, merges with the seventh body, that is, and never come back. Like a river gone into the ocean, it will never come back. You are completely pure, full of love, full of light, which is equivalent to the universal consciousness, then you merges. And that process is called moksha. Okay. And this process, end of our soul's journey, not your physical, this incarnations on planet Earth. End of your soul's journey, who will supervise that is called Moksha Guru. And Mahavatar Babaji is our Moksha Guru of the humanity on planet Earth. Okay. So it is finally, the Babaji will supervise the process and the end of our soul's journey when you merge into the universal consciousness, merge into the light, merge into the pure love. And that part of that kind of merger will happen. That is called moksha. Okay, that is the final destination of a soul's journey. With this, I will conclude this topic, the knowledge sharing. Now we open for any questions. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask. Yes, Indranila, go ahead.
Okay, I have two questions. Mm-hmm. The soul, is it part of an animate object or inanimate object?
No, it is inanimate. Okay, it's an energy. It's just like in the example of electricity and the bulb. Mm-hmm. So electricity is the soul and the bulb is our physical body. So in that case, if the electricity is inanimate object, it's not an object, it's an energy, form of energy. Same as the life force energy, where the soul, when the soul chooses to enter into the body, pass through the body, There's a life force energy, prana.
My confusion was because you said the advent of the soul came in from the minerals, right?
Not soul, incarnation.
Incarnation.
It's incarnation on planet Earth. It is not a form of a soul. It is the incarnation started with mineral.
Oh, okay. So that was my confusion.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. The second question is in terms of karma. Okay, now I'll give a very simple example. We as laymen, we do not know our previous lifetimes. We do not know our future lifetimes. Only the evolved will know that. Correct?
Correct.
Now, let us take the example of a child who is being naughty, okay, and he's worried about getting punished. So that he's done some bad karma, the punishment comes immediately and he knows it. Correct? In case of karma in the bigger sense, now suppose you commit something wrong in this lifetime, right? Now, if you do not know your identity in the past and in the future, how will you be bothered about it?
Okay. Okay, and a good question. Now, let me put it in this way. It is not about the whether you know it or not. It is about the energy balance. Like you have taken a loan. Suppose somebody has taken a loan from bank and in between he lost his memory. Okay, bank will not release him just because he lost his memory. Because you are still... You have to repay no matter what your condition is. Whether you know it or not is irrelevant. Okay. So here, ignorance is not an excuse because it is energy imbalance system. Energy need to be balanced. And needs to be balanced by the incarnated body, not the soul. If the incarnated body expires a particular life, only then it goes to the next life. And in the next life, that will be played out as per universal law. It doesn't matter whether the person knows it or not. That is one way of looking at it. The second way of looking at it, it is possible to know what are my things and how it is there. It is all in our Karan Deha, fifth body. If through sadhana, we can raise our consciousness and go and touch, communicate or download information from fifth body. Basically what we do, we download from fifth body where all karmic files are there into fourth body, which is a knowledge body. Okay. And then through meditation, we go and read that. And it is possible to read what are there in the kitty and what we have done in the earlier life so that we have to face this in this life. I myself have seen 70 of my lifetimes out of 700. Okay. Others also I can go if I wish to, but others may not be important. So that's why there is no need. There, at the time of enlightenment, what happens is many things are unanswered in your earlier lifetime. Okay. Many things. I often give an example. I'm not going here that I could not shave my head when my father expired. Because I got a job, I have to go to Qatar and all that. There's a different story. But I was feeling guilty about it. But later on, when I see my past birth, I saw that is because one karma of my father got settled there.
Okay.
That's how it played out. So I got my answer and it is my private, Nobody say, what does it matter? Many people, they don't shave their head. What's the big deal? I'm the eldest son. I'm supposed to, as per culture. And, anyway. So what I'm saying is I got my answer. So by visiting the past life.
Okay.
So if you really looking for it, if you knock the door will open. There is a way to know what is there in my karmic kitty and why something happened to me or why something is not happening to me. Suppose I'm trying too much, but I'm not been able to stay in a single job. I get fired multiple times. Why this is happening? These kinds of answers may be there. Okay. In the past, that it will be revealed to you. You will know it. You need to do it to anyone. It is not about somebody will believe it or not. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Somebody believes or not. You know it. You come to the knowingness. You will get your answer and the truth liberates you.
Okay.
When you want to know the truth, not the solution. Only the truth itself has a power to calm you down. You don't get disturbed in the drama of life and petty little things. Not many little. Some people think it's a huge thing, but they will not get disturbed by that one. You exactly know from where it comes, what you are supposed to do right now, and let go. It will be settled. So it is possible to know even your karma and past lives and things like that. It is possible. Okay.
So to reach that stage, it is through meditation or
yes. What? Yeah, because you have to there is no answer in the external world. You have to explore your inner world, and all all are stored in your Karan Deha, the causal body, the reason for everything. Even the karma are stored as a karma vij. You know that is something is there, and once you know it, then only able to do something about it. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
God bless you. Any other question? Yeah, Shoma, go ahead.
Yeah, my question is that this soul, which is a part of the universal consciousness, at what point of time then it enters like the mother? At what point of time in conception?
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah. Very good question. Again, this is, very debatable. Okay. There are many things. Suppose some medical science or something, they say about 43 days after conception, something of that thing. And, but I'm just sharing my understanding of this. My understanding is that the soul so-called enter, it doesn't enter, it's connection. It starts before the birth.
Okay.
When it takes into the participation in planning the birth, where both, the mother soul, father soul, and all are present, and then take a collective soul consciousness choice when to born, where to born, and what form to born, male, female, what kind of intelligence, all are decided before the birth. The soul is there. That point of time, soul may currently running another lifetime. That is not an issue. Okay, soul is available. That's what one thing I told. Every time we sleep, our soul goes and meet with many people. So there is a timeless zone. So there is no such thing for time. In 10 minutes time, it can visit 5 lifetimes, no issues. Okay. Anyway, let us not make it complicated. To answer your question, soul gets involved into a birth before the lifetime, and actual so-called the entering into the fetus or that baby, it can happen anytime. It is not necessarily needed as per the, whatever medical science says by 43 days or whatever it is. Before that, because if you kill a fetus, it is okay. And before that life comes, to me, the truth is somewhere else. It can enter anytime. It is also, even just before the birth, physical birth, it can enter or so-called connect. It is also possible it can come and go and again come back. All these possibilities are there. But once it is taken birth, it will not go. Of course, it can go if we need to go during the sleep.
Okay.
But the answer to that, it starts before the birth. Soul's involvement continues during the birth process. And finally, any time, last time what will enter and not go, it can be any time. During the entire conception process. Okay. It is, I call it is a soul's free will. It can choose anytime it can enter. So this is the understanding. You may not get it anywhere, but as you ask the question, so that is the answer.
Okay. And so that means like what they say, like you spoke about that when doctors or medical sciences, within 3 months abortion is all right or something.
Yeah.
They don't know actually when
Yeah, they actually they give few parameters, medical parameters, decide on that. It's okay. I'm not saying that they're wrong, but what I'm saying is there are more to it. It is not that black and white area. It is a soul's choice. Soul can do anything it wants to be.
And just one more short question is that suppose like people say that you can connect to your near and dear ones after they have passed.
Yes.
But what if they have taken a rebirth? Can you still connect?
This is exactly the same question I said. It is not valid.
Okay.
The body doesn't contain the soul. No?
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
This is a misconception. The ones they have taken part, they cannot get out. They've already bound in a prison. No. They're always free.
Okay, yes.
They're always available.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't matter whether they have taken a birth or not and all those kind of things. Not only that, the soul can take any form it wants. Like it can parallelly talk to different lifetime, different other souls in the lifetime they were related to. Maybe, I am a father in somebody, so I will appear as a father to that soul. I was a son to somebody, then I will appear in son into that soul. Maybe I was a daughter of somebody in some life. In that soul, I will appear as a daughter to that. Parallelly, it's all possible. Same soul, same me.
So somewhere in a book I read that somebody could communicate with Akbar's soul in the form of Akbar. It is possible, right?
Yes. Of course. It's all possible. Or available at a certain level. Everybody is available. Akbar might have been incarnated 10 more times in between. That's a different issue. But if somebody can invite Akbar's soul, that soul will appear as Akbar.
Yeah. Okay. Very interesting, actually. Yes. Thank you. Okay.
God bless you. Hari Om, go ahead with your question.
Guruji Pranam. One of my questions was when the soul enters the fetus, okay. Second one is you say that soul and the body are connected through the prana. But
after birth,
Now, actually, prana is connected to, as far as I understand, is to the etheric body. When you do pranayam, your etheric body gets modified. How does prana get connected to the rest of the bodies? Or is it through the etheric bodies connected to the rest of the bodies? So we say that this connection is there.
That is correct. Yeah. When all 7 bodies are operating, they are interconnected. Okay. So it doesn't matter. What I said was the physical body, forget about etheric part of it, right? Just for understanding purposes. When we are alive, then we use physical body, particularly breathing, to connect with that life force energy.
Okay.
And that connection happens through our breathing. It does not mean the higher bodies are not connected. They do. Okay. But this is one of the things that the consciousness, particularly through our breathing, gets connected with the physical body. Okay. That is why we say this body is alive or dead. When the breathing stops, the body becomes a dead body.
Guruji, one more question. There are some people who are called walk-ins.
Yeah.
They don't take birth through the fetus route.
Yes.
Can you throw some light on those people?
Okay. It's another topic, but I will just briefly say, if the power means vibrational power. Okay. If the power of a soul which is containing a body is weak vibrationally, then more powerful vibrational soul can overpower that and take the same body. Okay. And that is called parakaya pravesh, like entering into somebody else's body without taking birth. So basically you overpower that existing soul which is having the body or connected to the body, or you can take a loan sometimes. It can be just agreement between two souls. Okay, for the time being, you go into that.
Okay.
Because of anything, I respect you and you are asking for it. So out of love, you just enjoy the body for a few days. It's possible. Okay. But in this parakaya pravesh happens when basically it is overpowered because the other soul is weaker in the power level.
Okay.
Okay. Means it will be absolutely impossible to have parakaya pravesh into spiritual master's body.
Anji.
Because their vibrational is so high, you cannot overpower that.
Correct.
Okay. Parakaya pravesh is not possible. But on the other side, means if there are very high level master comes, and Mahavatar Babaji comes, any master will give a loan to the body. He said, please have it.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So it is all possible. But you're asking the question, somebody did Parakaya Pravesh as different kind of like what is called Tantra and all those kind of practices. And they basically force that other soul out, not out, subdued so that they can have the body. There is a process there. And all spiritual masters know how to do it. Okay, by the way. But they don't like to do it.
Okay.
Means, just for a giving example, you know how to pickpocket somebody, how to take parts of somebody else's pocket. But you may choose not to do it.
Correct.
Yeah, same here. All masters, they know how to do Parakaya Pravesh. But they will not choose not to do it because it is not ethical to do it.
Right.
Unless until there is a big, huge purpose, bigger purpose. Like by doing so, you have to change the humanity's path. You are contributing something of the humanity's path, then it is a different issue altogether.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Guruji. Wonderful.
Okay. God bless you. Yes, Nego, go ahead. Nego, you are muted.
Yes, Rajdeep. On this topic, actually, you earlier also several lectures were conducted. It is being repeated. But one thing I was just wondering, when the creator created so many parts of himself, he had the experience, okay, as you said. Now, a soul, after taking say 500, 600 bars, it has had all the experiences. But still, to merge with with the creator, why it has to go through the liberation path, through the path? Why it cannot merge as it is? Because it has got experience. Now creator decided, okay, you come back to me and have had enough experience and all that. But as per you, that it has one has to get this liberation, moksha, and all these things to have to merge with the creator.
Yeah. See, no, good question. But theoretically, creator doesn't want anything. It's the lower self that needs something. It is our soul's wish to merge into the creator, not the creator wants them back. No. Okay. Means creator has created and it's keep creating. So there is no dearth of it. It falls sympathy on pity on somebody and say you come back. There are two fundamental reasons for that. First of all, that in higher dimensions, when you leave the physical plane, there is no duality. There is no suffering. There is no pain. All are experiences. You are experiencing. Okay. So as it is created you for the experience, why it will spoil your experience? You will have experience. Rather, it will create more time and space for that you complete your experience. Yeah? The nearer example I normally give, like a child, 2 years child playing with father, and it is hiding behind a curtain on the drawing room. And the Papa, please find me out. Okay. Papa knows the child is playing hide and seek game because child is enjoying. Okay. So Papa has all the thing that go and take the curtain out, thinking that the child may be suffocating there or maybe some insects there and all that. That in this case, it doesn't happen. Yeah. But Papa knows that if I remove the curtain or I say, oh, you are here, the game will be over. To have that child to have the full enjoyment, rather Papa pretends that Papa doesn't know and cannot see the child. Papa can surely see the two legs are there below the curtain. Okay. But he says, yes, where are you? You are in the kitchen. Oh, no one in the kitchen. Oh, you are in the bathroom. Oh, no, nobody in the bathroom. You are in the balcony. No, no one in the. All these are just to continue the game little more time. That's all. So technically, it is possible that father can come and said, here you are, game over. Possible. So if creator wants, they can finish any of the soul's journey anytime. It can be after a tree life, no need further. It can go back, no issues. This is all possible. Okay. So far as question about why somebody has to take so much of effort or doing sadhana and all those kind of things, simply because it has to undergo that kind of experiences. Experiences makes it stronger and full. Just giving some in-between intervention will not have the opportunity to give the experiences. That's what I was just explaining. Not to spoil child's game. Because it is not a suffering. It is just continuing the game, till it have a normal conclusion. So that is why how normally it is being played out. But theoretically, everything is possible. In any time, the creator can call. It's enough. Come back. Possible. But normally it is not done that way. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. God bless you. Okay, Shoma, you raise your hands. You have another question?
Yes. That soul walk-in I heard just now.
Okay.
I didn't know. I knew about something like that, but this is the first time I heard. So is it same as, let's say, possession? And is it same as a medium? Like, sometimes they say the medium, the soul comes.
No, medium is different. Medium is different. Position is different.
Okay.
And this is different.
Oh, okay.
He asked about Parakaya Pravesh means you consciously entering into somebody's this thing. Body and play certain role into that body. Yeah. So that's called Parakaya Pravesh.
That is not same as that kind.
Mediumship is just a connection. The message you are going and all those kind of things. Some point of time, you see that during meditation in our sessions also, Babaji gives some message through me. Babaji doesn't need to Parakaya Pravesh and position. It gets the message, I just convey it. I'm just a channel. Mediumship is like that. It can connect to any soul without any interference of that body or the soul which is communicating it. It is just a messenger, nothing more than that. Okay, so that is the mediumship. And position is little different. Position is like some dark energy has captured your intellect. Okay, that dark energy has captured your intellect, so you fall into sickness or you do erratic things or you lose your mind and things like that. Okay, that is called position.
And Parakaya is usually by higher souls.
Yeah, more powerful soul.
Powerful souls. Okay.
Okay, but Parakaya, there are also two ways. One is about like with agreement, and another is without agreement. Like just to have a story back, about I think 5 years back or so, somebody came to me and say, can you teach me Parakaya Pravesh? And I said, what for? He was telling, I have so many issues with some kind of, the family properties and things like that. So he wanted to utilize it in that sense. So I took him to Babaji. I said, now you do one thing, you practice Kriya Yoga and attain higher level of power. You can get everything you are looking for. For that, you need not to learn Parakaya Pravesh. Parakaya Pravesh for selfish interest, self-gratification. What will happen? You will bind huge karma. You have to take birth again to undergo all those kind of things. So that is the flip side of Parakaya Pravesh. If it is not done with the agreement, okay, it is like overpowering somebody and grabbing something, and that settle. It will create a huge karma. So any higher level of master will not do it. Okay, because there is no need to do all these things. Same result can be obtained by going into the higher level of this and kind of like healing the situation and things like that, not by Parakaya Pravesh. So that is the flip side of it.
And Parakaya Pravesh can only happen with the consent of the other soul.
No, there are two types. One is with consent.
Okay, one is without. Okay.
Yeah. Suppose you have some kind of jewelry. You can give the jewelry to somebody to wear it for some time and return back or something like that. Or somebody can rob the jewelry from you. No?
Okay.
The two are different. So with permission means it is an arrangement. There is no karmic thing is there. But the second one, they have the karmic repercussions.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Indranilda, yes. Oh, Indranil. Go ahead. Yes.
I know this confusion of the name and the surname.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
No, so first of all, as always, immensely grateful for this refresh of this understanding. I think it was in many ways probably, the right time as well. One of the questions that if I may, is that, is there a way to know through the stages of our sadhana and when we meditate, etc., at what level of expansion we are in, at what, that level of the seven body system, like you were saying, one goes into the other and then goes into the other. So is it the fourth or fifth or which level we are in?
Yeah. Okay. To very briefly answer your guru knows. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But guru doesn't tell you because it will spoil your experience. The same reason you don't know the future. You don't know your date of death. You don't know something, maybe not so good thing coming in your life. You don't know because there is a reason for not knowing it in advance. But saying so, same source, same guru will reveal to you all those things when you are matured enough to handle that. If somebody knows that when he or she will die, then that person may be matured and looks like everybody dies. I have to die one day. So how does it matter? Physical body has to go someday, and which is the right understanding. Yeah. Then only that information is passed on. But if it is passed on, the person started crying and why I will die and why it will so early, I wanted to live more and started all those kind of things, maybe that person will fall sick. That's knowing that he or she will die. Yeah. Then, even though it is known, it is not passed on. Okay. So why I'm telling you all those things, there is a spiritual reason of not to telling every truth. It is just a matter of you should have the capability, or eligibility to receive the truth. Only then it is revealed. Otherwise, normally, now let me tell you what the masters will do. They will always encourage. End of the day, you need to move on, no? Go forward. So what do you do knowing that you are in the third and maybe if you do, 50 more days of meditation, you will reach to fourth. Then there are two things may happen. You will get very enthusiastic and start doing it for next 50 days. And otherwise you complain, why so not? Okay. Why not 15 days? Is there any way we can reduce it to 15 days and so on and so forth? The discussion is fruitless. Okay. End of the day, you just want to move on and go ahead. And if anything, master will guide you if your direction is not proper. If you deviate from the direction, if you're in the right direction, you will reach it. No matter, it may be few days here and there, that's all. Okay. Your intention matters, your sincerity matters, not the quantity. Okay. And another key thing, what I repeat and tell every time, attitude of gratitude. If you are grateful, you progress much faster. Grateful, surrender, and this kind of things make it faster. Nobody wants any surrendering from you or praising of, they don't need, they're much, much beyond that. Okay. But it is you, because of this kind of attitude, this kind of surrender, this kind of seva bhav, this kind of shishya bhav or discipleness, or surrendering, or like what is called the gratefulness, that attitude of gratitude make you much faster. So only the master intervene if your direction, you somehow you go to the wrong track and exploring wrong things, then they will correct you, bring you back. That's all.
Yeah, thank you.
That is how it happens. Yeah?
Sure. Thanks.
Yeah, God bless you.
My second question, I have one more actually, if I may.
Yeah, sure.
So the narrative that we have is that the soul actually has a wish and the soul wants to have experiences through multiple lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it also true that the soul is attributeless actually and the soul just is?
Okay, attributeless in means what sense?
So we are also saying that the soul, love and life is part of the soul.
Let me help you to phrase this. Okay.
Sure.
Soul has a plan, and that plan has coming from the start. Okay, soul's plan. So it has to follow soul's plan. So it creates a lifetime to meet the plan. It executes the plan. That's all. Executes the plan by incarnations. Okay, somebody, suppose they wanted to, say there is a plan that you should learn the culture, French culture. So it has to take birth in France. No? So it would plan such a way that you take birth in the France and then you learn French language and then you lead your life, because that meets the tick mark, that box for what the plan was, of the soul's plan. Same thing happens when the end of every lifetime, soul has to sit down again and plan the next life based on not only the original plan, based on the karma which has been already accumulated. It needs to settle that. It needs to give the next incarnation opportunity to settle them. So that also comes into play. So soul decides, but also plays out into the next life, or if required, maybe multiple lifetimes, soul arranges for that, to meeting with a certain person and this and that. So in that sense, soul's agenda is how to get all the originally planned activities done. Also, how to make your karma to be just like karmic accounts are closed as fast as possible. That's soul's agenda. Okay. So now the soul's, the attributes are that soul is a person? No. Soul can have different types of experience even without the body. No need for a body. But whatever planet Earth has been picked up, it has to be settled in the same incarnated body. That's how it helps the next incarnated body to plan that events so that they may choose to take a right decision out of their free will. Okay, what was the second part of this attributeless or something you were talking? It's an energy. Soul is an energy. Okay, so whatever that energy has, it has got. If energy has a vibration and power, it has got. In any form, directly no, indirectly through incarnations, it can form something.
So it does have some attributes in that case. I mean, if one understanding was that, like you also said, that this is your understanding that you are sharing, and there can be more explanations, different.
Oh, yes.
Right. So is there one understanding which says that soul is just a being and there's no attribute to that?
No, it is a being. Now, attribute means if you are talking, okay, let me categorize. If you are saying attribute is a physical attribute, then no. If it is energetic, yes, many attributes. Every soul is unique. Without attribute, how can you make it unique? It will be like a pool of robots, no? All same. But it is not the case. Each and every individual souls are unique. So there must be change in attributes. Okay, and each attributes makes it full. Universal consciousness, it plays its own, I also go through this kind of thing. I give another word for this case, these cases for understanding purposes. Okay, I call it a flavor. Each and every soul has a flavor, not attribute.
Okay.
You have your own unique flavor, which cannot be quantified, but it can be distinguished because of the flavor.
So when you are conscious, then you can experience that flavor, I believe.
Oh, yes. Okay, higher the level you go, the flavor gets purified. Becomes more vast, more glowing, more loving. Attribute is sun, flavor. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. God bless you. Radhika, go ahead.
Yes, Dada. Like sometimes it happens, somebody died, but they come back to life,
Yes.
after some times or some hours. Because this happened with my maternal grandmother. Like
Okay.
everyone thought she passed away, but after some time she was alive again.
Yes.
So how is this possible?
It is possible. As long as the body has not deteriorated, it is possible. Just give me a second.
And like, but she said,
one second. Yeah? That is the end of session meditation alarm. Okay, I think we have only 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left. Okay, we'll complete this and with Radhika your question, and then maybe we'll conclude the session. All right, yeah. So it is possible.
And
it is again.
And then when she was like, when she came back, she was like, I saw this and that, I saw Chitragupt and this and that, and then she said, her name was Narmada, and Narmada can be male and female. So they said we got the wrong person, so send her back. So it was something like this. She said, That's why I want some clarity about this.
I will give you quickly. There is not much. This is called ND, near-death experiences. Okay. The many people have undergone near-death experiences, and earlier nobody used to talk about it because they think that people will ridicule them. But nowadays, in the the YouTube videos and all, there are many who said they had this kind of ND. This called near-death experience. Okay, where they return back to the body because their original soul's plan of this body is not over. Okay, because of some reason or other, it left, and they had that kind of experiences on the higher dimensions, met with higher dimensional entities, see many light and other things. Those are all possible. You can go through those kind of videos, and many people shared that, so you will know that. But it is possible. It is possible that we actually died, and then it was always we have some kind of guide, higher dimensional guide or guiding angels, and all. They are with that time. So when we meet our guide there, and then it is realized, in this case, she said Chitragupt. There is no character called Chitragupt, by the way. It is our own higher self. Yeah. So we meet with our own higher self, and then we come back and say that higher self says, "Oh, it's not the time." You go back, then it goes back, and it continues. Sometimes it takes some certain kind of lesson and understanding. So after coming back, the quality of life become better because they missed many things earlier. Now that becomes clear out of those experiences, and they lead a very good spiritual life of higher awareness, a life of more love, etc., etc. Okay.
Thank you, Dada.
God bless you. I don't think we have a time here. We'll go directly into our Shanti part and then conclude the session. All right. Okay. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om sarve bhavantu sukhino. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Mangalam.
Pranam Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you,
Guruji.
Thank you, Dada.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji. Pranam.
Thank you, Pranam.
Pranam Ate.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam, Guruji.